Hi friends, welcome to Mathematics and Statistics, Mastering with PYK. We'll continue with linear programming. This is chapter 6. This is 6.2 part of class 12 commerce. This book which we are referring is the Maharashtra State Board. We'll start with exercise 6.2. So let's start with question number 1. It says solve the following LPP by graphical method. And the first question is to maximize the equation subject to the conditions. So LPP stands for linear program problem. Let's start with given the facts. We have to maximize the equation z given by 11x plus 8y. This is the objective function. Our objective function is to maximize. Constraints or subject to. See, we are using different words so that in your MCQ you should be able to recollect. Constraints is limitations, boundaries. So here the constraint is x can be always less than or equal to 4. Y has to be less than or equal to 6. And the other conditions are x and y are positive, that is x is greater than or equal to 0. We have been given an equation that is x plus y is always less than or equal to 6. We solve by changing the inequality to equality. It becomes x plus y is 6. So putting the values, we use the intercept formula. This means x is 0, then y is 6. Right? It satisfies this condition where x is less than or equal to 6. When y is 0, x becomes 6. Whereas the condition is that at any point of time, x cannot be greater than 4. Right? So this point or the coordinate 6, 0 is not acceptable. When x is 4, we have the boundary condition x can be maximum 4, then y is 2. Also, x is greater or equal to 0 and y is greater or equal to 0. This means we have one more coordinate that is 0, 0. Right? So let's start by drawing a graph and identifying the feasible region. So when x is 0, y is 6. So this is our line. X is 0, y is 6, right? And when x is 4, y is 2, right? So we will draw here x is 2, x is 4, y is 2, right? So this will be somewhere here. And then x is greater than or equal to 4. So you have this line as x is greater than or equal to this thing. So while joining the points, this means when x is 6, y is 6, we have this line coming here from. Now, based on the constraints, based on the given constraints, right? Any zone which is in this area or above 6 is not acceptable, right? Now, our zone is, feasible region is this. Our feasible region is this. So our corner points or the zone where we have the solution would be lying in these corner points, right? So you have to identify your feasible region. Here it is x is less than or equal to 4. That's the reason our feasible region is lying in this region, not beyond this region. So this plays a very important role in identifying the feasible region. So how do we proceed? We put the values of x and y, the coordinates which we have found. Based on that, we will be finding the maximum value. So this is where we get the maximum value. When x is 4, y is 2, z becomes 60. Right? So the required maximum value is 60 at the coordinates 4, 2. Let's check the second question. It says maximize z given by 4x plus 6y subject to the conditions. Now here the condition says that this equation is always less than 12 and x plus y is greater than or equal to 4. This means when we identify the region, we have to be very careful that where the region lies. So on solving, to solve, we will be removing the inequalities and changing it to equality. Right. So how do we solve? We'll be crossing, making this multiply by 2. Right. So we get these two equations. Solving this, we get x is equal to 4. Now when x is 4, y will be 0. Right. We can put it in this equation. When x is 0, y is 6. This we have got from this equation. X is 0, y is 4. Right? And also x and y are always greater than or equal to 0. That's the reason we have 0, 0 as a coordinate. Now, how do we draw the zone? So let's say this is my x-axis, y-axis. We have x is 4. Say this is 4. Right? Here we have 4. This is 6. I want you to draw the graph yourself so that the concepts become very clear. So the points are, and when we draw these lines, sorry, this will be 4. Let's start again. Right? So if this is 4, we have y as 4 and y as 6. Right? So when we join this and this. Now what it says? Your equation says that x plus y has to be greater than 4. So x plus y has to be greater than 4. So I get this zone. Right? So this is where my zone lies. And the second equation says that the second equation has to be less than or equal to 12. But then I don't have anything, so my zone lies here. Okay. Now, if we see or check from the previous problems, we don't have the zone which is towards the origin. Right? So our corner points are 1, 2 and 3. On putting the values, we get x as 0, y as 6, and it is maximum at the location 36. So the answer is the required maximum value is 36 at 0, 6. Question number 3, we have to maximize. We have been given two equations again. Here, check the equations, check the constraints. It says that it has to be less than 26, it has to be less than 30. So similarly, by solving the inequalities, we get different points. Do try making graph yourself. Right? So for the purpose of solving, we have multiplied, cross multiplied, so that we can cancel the parameters and we get x as 9 by 2 and y as 5 by 2. This means it is 4.5 and it is 2.5. So on putting the values, we get 9 by 2 and 5 by 2, where the z is maximum, that is 59. Do draw the graph and share with us. So see you in the next part. Keep practicing. Bye-bye. So success is possible. May the Master bless us all. Bye-bye.